Welcome! This is Solopreneur Success Strategies, where we talk about mindset, your website, your brand, your social media marketing, your customers, how to sell to your customers, how to find your customers, how to talk about the skills and knowledge you need in your business, and free software and tools to help you save time, money, and be more productive, as well as strategy and systems here on Solopreneur Success Strategies. Welcome! Welcome. This is Jane Gardner, and welcome to Solopreneur Success Strategies. Today is World Domination Wednesday, and we'll be talking about your customer, because, of course, your customer is your world. No, you're going to dominate your customer. No. So today on World Domination Wednesday, we are going to be talking about the secret of understanding your customer. And if you've been here a while, you should be able to understand me, because I'm pretty open. But I am Jane Gardner. I work with my husband for the last 20 years in our structural engineering firm in Western Canada. And about 3 years ago, I went onto the internet to help others start their business. And knowing who your customer is very important. So that's why I called it the World Domination Wednesday, because it's all about you and your customers. It's all about you and their world. It's knowing how to define what your customer wants, give your customer what they want, keep those customers, and keep growing your business with more customers. So there you go. I think that's very important. And let's have a look at a couple of things that we've done so far. We've been doing this for a few weeks, so we have a few offers. We have Who is Your Ideal Customer? We looked at that, I think, at the very beginning, some of the research as to how to find them. And I have an offer on jgtips.com/customer profile. As well, we looked at the ideal customer experience, and I have an offer on that at jgtips.com/experience. So let's go on with the training. I'm sure you're very curious as to what the secret is to understand your customer. But first, of course, you have to understand the concept that everyone is not your customer, as Seth Godin says. And we started out beginning with that idea, and then had a look at how you could define who your customer is. So just go to my YouTube channel at jgtips.com/YouTube, and you can look at the very beginning for the World Domination Wednesday videos, and you can start learning from the very beginning if you wish, because they're all there. That was about 8 weeks ago, I think, so you've got plenty to listen to. So your customers are those who want your solution to their problems, or they want your solution to fulfill their desire. We had a look at researching how to figure out your ideal customer. And first, of course, you have to decide what your business fulfills in terms of your customer, their need or their desire or their problem. You need to define it and research to find out who are your customers, define them as a group so that you can craft your message to that group, and then use tracking tools to measure success. So we had a brief look at that in our previous episodes. There are 3.4 billion people now using the internet, and if you can message them, you can find your customers. If you message them the way that they want to hear it, you can find your customers. And so who is your customer? So far we know who our ideal ideal customers. You know what they want that you can give them. You know where to find your ideal customers. We did that research. When we looked at the buying behavior and how they like to buy. And then we looked at how to provide an ideal customer experience for them in your business. And of course, you can catch up on those episodes at jgtips.com/YouTube and subscribe. So now we're ready to convert our prospects into customers. So we've already done our research. We know their demographics. We know their psychographics. We know them what media they like to listen to and read. And we also know what their purchasing behavior is because we've done all this research. So my question to you is, if you have a young mother, if you have a mature lady, and you have someone who's working in the office, are they all your customer? Well, yes, they can be. It depends what your business is. If they all want to be earning revenue in a business, then yes, they may be all your customers if you provide that service. They may be all your customers if you have something that they all need. It just depends on your product or service, of course. But there's also a secret to understanding whether a prospect can be your customer. So let's try this scenario. You have a business, and we'll make it a retail because it's much easier and simpler. And you have people coming in to buy TVs. You have a lady who comes in, and she has a little child with her, and the child is busy distracting her attention, and she just says, I want a TV. What do you got? Ours broke. Give me the one that's $500. Well, that's a different customer than another lady who comes in, who's bringing her consumer reports with her and knows exactly the model and exactly the price that she wants to buy for the TV that she wants to buy. And then there's another customer who comes in, and she just is happy to see you and likes to chat and tell you about a few things and wondering, all these TVs look great. Which one do you think I would like? Which one is great for this or that? Well, these are all different buyers. These all have different buying styles. And if you know how to listen, and if you know some of my secrets, you can figure out how to cater to all those three people and make them all happy in terms of buying a TV. So, and then there's another one who comes in, and they know the exact model, they know the exact price, and they're just quite happy for you just to hand them the purchase order, and they'll go straight to the cashier because they're in business. They just want to get out of there, and they know what they want. So there you go. You've got a fourth customer. They all have different buying styles, and you should be able to adapt to their buying styles if you're willing to listen to them and have the time, of course, if you're busy being rushed around by other people at the retail store. So there's a scenario for you, and what I'm saying is that it is possible to understand people's buying styles and adapt to them. And the reason that is because I am a CRG, Consulting Resource Group Associate. 2014, I took their trainings on personality assessment development, and it was an extensive course, and one of the things we talked about was everybody's personal style. I mentioned this last week, so I'll just briefly say again that it is something that I am very passionate about. But let's just go through it and talk about it. Your personality, you have certain traits that you were born with. We have 4 traits that we're all born with. In a minute, I'll tell you what they are. And then, of course, we have the illnesses that affect us. We have the self-worth that is caused by people outside of us. We have environmental systems that affect our personality. We have our social teachers and our family members and our emotional positive and negative response to various activities in our lives, and our spiritual level that all affect who we are and make up the personality at what we are. But at the very deepest level, we are born with 4 personal styles. And obviously we can't get into them too much here, but let me just say that according to the personality development factors model that we were just looking at, each person has these 4 personal style factors in them. They have a behavioral, an action part of them. They have an interpersonal harmony in them. They have cognitive analysis, and they have an expressive, effective level in everyone. And we have them all mixed together, as well as, of course, with all our life experiences, which affect us and make up to our personality. However, these traits to the 4 personal styles, which can be detected with knowledge and experience, such that you can adapt to another person's personal style for a better relationship, whether it's in your family, or if it's in work, or if it's in business. If you're willing to learn the techniques and willing to change your behavior for the other person who is different from you, you can be successful in terms of in recognizing a person's sales style. But of course, there is a certain process to any sales. There's always, of course, the reception of a person to come into your selling process. And then, of course, they discover information about your product or service. They confirm that they need your product or service. They go and do some look at some of the presentations about your product or service. And then, of course, they purchase your service and confirm that the purchase of that service. And then if you're a smart entrepreneur, you always make sure you follow up after they've bought what you're selling them, and so that you have a successful relationship in terms of the selling process. However, working with customers, your personal way of viewing the environment around you and reacting to it is the foundation for your sales style. Your sales style is unique from others. However, you can adapt and shift your sales or buying style to match your clients, which builds credibility and trust with them. I'll give you an example in a minute. What are the characteristics of those customers you find easiest to work with? And what are the characteristics of those customers most difficult to work with? Well, of course, I have a course because I am trained as a CRD associate on learning what your sales style is. But basically, I'll just mention that example. For example, I'm sure you can tell from listening to me that I'm a fairly quiet person, and that you may or may not know that being on video was very difficult for me to get on because people define me as shy. But having taken my personal assessment for my personality development factors, I was very pleased to hear that I am actually not a negative of shy. I am just someone who is more receptive of the environment, more sensitive to the environment. But anyway, so it all depends on what your perception is of a person. So so I have a course. I have another one on your personal style, but this is the sales style one, which might be a bit more intriguing for you at jgtips.com/P style. And it's all about customer-focused selling, and it's all about how to be establishing the readiness and willingness levels of yourself to understand personal style, and then be able to adapt your personal style to others so that they find you credible. Credibility is not defined by you, your credibility. It is defined by other people. So, of course, you need to be able to identify your preferred selling styles for yourself. And then you have to determine a customer's buying style. And then what you do is you figure out some techniques that we have on how to adapt your selling style to the customer's buying style so that you have a more successful relationship. And we have trainings on that and creating action plans to get into the perceptive ability of being able to even listen to someone on the phone and understand maybe what their personal sales style is or buying style so that you can adapt to it. So yeah, I've got a course on that at jgtips.com/pstyle. And of course, I mentioned the other one, Who's Your Ideal Customer, at jgtips.com/customer profile. So I'm building up a few courses here. But that one, of course, is quicker. It's all about 6 days of training with worksheets and research for you to develop your ideal customer profile. So I give you all the knowledge that you need and some of the worksheets to work on so that you can work in the next month with me by email. We can get back and forth if you find you're stuck on how to use your research to craft your messages and tracking tools to measure your success of attracting your ideal customer. Because, of course, your ideal customer is the one who is going to be buying from you. So there you go. So thank you for listening. This is Jane Gardner. If you want to look at some of the previous shows on you and your customer on World Domination Wednesday, I think they're fairly good. I think you could probably even start figuring out your ideal customer by looking at those episodes on YouTube at jgtips.com/YouTube. So next week, I think we might do more on this, on your sales style, maybe get a few more scenarios and work on figuring out how you can get someone from a prospect into a customer. I'll probably give a new example. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. This has been Jane Gardner at Solopreneur Success Strategies. Please go and subscribe at jgtips.com/programs. And also to find out about other programs as well over at jgtips.com/programs. And over there we have a free mindset magazine for you to check out at jgtips.com/mindset offer. So welcome. Thanks for listening. And I hope to see you again here tomorrow, as this is a 7-day-a-week show on mindset, your customer, getting your message out on social media and on your website, talking about strategies, talking about business systems, talking about all kinds of things, including the skills that you need as a solopreneur. So please come back and subscribe at jgtips.com/programs. Thank you.